I'm Neelou Goodarzi.
I'm Fabian Brims.
And you're watching HCC MovieMakers Academy movie reviews. We just watched Bridge of Spies. Bridge of Spies was produced and directed by Steven Spielberg. It stars Tom Hanks, Mark Rylance, Amy Ryan, and Alan Alda.
Yeah, and the cast actually made a really good job, but overall, and I have to say I'm a huge spy thriller fan, I really had high expectations and I was a little bit disappointed.
You were? Well, oh, can we take a moment of silence?
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't say I was disappointed. Maybe I didn't really have expectations. I just kind of went into it with an open mind. Obviously, when it's Spielberg, you have some sort of expectation, and when Tom Hanks is in it, of course you do. But I don't think it was disappointing. I think maybe underwhelming might be the word.
So my personal problem with that movie, to get it out of the line, is like I saw that like half a year ago, the project was like the Coen brothers wrote the script, and Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg working since more than 10 years again together, and I was like, wow, nothing can go wrong. But then I saw it and I was like, oh, it's kind of boring.
Oh.
So the thing is, like, it's
maybe a little.
I was just missing the thrill. Like there was so much.
Like anticlimactic, kind of.
Yeah, and there was so much possibility for like really exciting. Like it started really well when like these FBI agents follow the spy and everything.
Yeah.
But then the spy gets suddenly arrested and we didn't even know what he did, and what happened there, and what was he spying on at all.
Yeah, we never even learned really what, because we thought he was innocent, but then we thought he wasn't because at the beginning he had the paper.
Yeah, and it was just
and
like
we never learned. Yeah, it was kind of incomplete.
The whole spy thing. Like I think it's wrong to advertise this movie as a spy thriller. It's more like a drama, and it's more like about the person of the lawyer, which was portrayed by Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And I was just like really expecting something exciting and something with spies and something with conspiracy and people hunting each other through the streets and looking over their shoulders and everything. But none of that happened there.
Yeah.
And it was really like,
that's hilarious.
There was not much.
You wanted hunting.
But I have to say, I don't have only negative opinion about this movie. The art direction was amazing.
I
like,
agree.
If you're a fan of
first
Batman,
I just
wow.
Oh yeah, I agree completely. But first I do want to touch on what you said about
please go ahead.
It being a little bit like maybe misrepresented itself, kind of.
Probably,
it was kind of misrepresented because you're right, it was more about the lawyer and it was way more focused on him than any of the other characters. So I mean, obviously he's the main character, but I do.
It was just not a movie about spies, even though it's like the Bridge of Spies.
It kind of went up and up and up and up, and then you're like, wait, where's it? What's happening?
A better title for this movie would have been The Good Lawyer.
The Good Lawyer. Yeah, but then okay, so now let's talk about the art direction and
the that was just amazing. So like, watching this movie, you really think they took a time travel 50 years ago and filmed in all these locations like Berlin, where they just built up the famous Berlin Wall, and all the outfits, cars, like the shots of New York in the 50s.
I completely agree.
I was stunned by that.
I completely agree.
That kept me alive during the movie.
Right, really? Yeah, I mean, it was beautiful. And then, obviously, we talked about this earlier, but I asked you, just kind of being German, how they represented Germans and how their accents were, how the language was represented, and you thought it was represented quite well, right?
Actually, yeah, that was one of the few Hollywood movies that really hired Germans for the German roles, and
yay!
I've seen so many, especially since I started watching movies in original version, like when Americans try to speak German, mostly sounds amusing to me. yeah, but they did a really good job there. So like, I mean, my only problem is really like the script pretty much, and the promotion for the movie. But like Steven Spielberg directing, there's nothing to say about that. He's a legend, and whatever he's doing it 110%.
Yes.
Acting was on point.
Can we focus on the acting for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, how do you feel about Tom Hanks? There were moments where he did a great job. I thought he was fantastic. There were moments where I was like, I don't know what he's doing, but he's Tom Hanks and I'm not, so I'll just shut up.
I mean, I think he was pretty solid without going like beyond like he did for like Forrest Gump or Castaway. He was just. Yeah. It would be too mean to say he was playing the role on autopilot, but I think there was just not much to get out of that. Just playing the good man who's like fighting against all the
that
other
may be
opinions.
The problem.
But you see, this is exactly the thing. Like I would have expected like much more pressure for this guy, and it was only like touched a little bit when the people like started attacking his home or like looking at him weird in the train and stuff like that. But I mean, when you imagine what a pressure this guy was going through.
He was a little too calm.
Yeah, exactly, and you just can't feel it. You know, I've seen so many movies where you can like literally see how much the protagonist is under pressure, and he was just like la 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 all the time.
Yeah,
and
he was.
Yeah,
and then
was
and I think it does kind of go back
coherent.
to the script because, I mean, I don't know, maybe there wasn't a lot for him to work with, but there kind of was, but then there kind of wasn't.
I think what this movie was really good at and really bad at the same time is like the authenticity. Like it was really authentic and it's based on actual events and everything, but that also like limited the movie and limited especially the storytelling because they just couldn't go further when it started to get interesting, and it was pretty much really just about the negotiation about to exchange the American drone pilot, not drone but Air Force pilot and the Russian spy, and I was like me personally I was much more interested like how was the Russian spy captured, or why didn't the American pilot kill himself as he was trained?
I feel like I was a lot more interested in the kind of the backstory of it. I feel like it was kind of incomplete because we obviously at the end we didn't learn. I mean, we didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
With the spy, and I mean with any of them really. I don't know.
And there was also like so much potential. Again, like for example. Like they at some point they say like that this Air Force pilot who is captured by the Russians is like the second most hated person in America after the Russian spy, but they never get more into deep with that, and especially after he's coming home. Like when you think about last year when this Bergdahl guy was like brought back from Afghanistan, how much of the outrage was when it came out that he was like leaving his troops and everything.
We didn't see much of that.
Yeah, there was so much potential like to work with, like what happens when this guy comes home? Do they treat him as a hero? Do they treat him as a traitor? Stuff like that.
I agree. And then also like with the scenes where he was actually with the Russians, I feel like they would have...
Same thing.
That was not very real.
Did he give up the information or not?
Like, talk to us. No. Okay, then go back to yourself.
Exactly.
Like, what?
And it could be more like they showed that they kind of torturing him, but also like I think they kept the PG-13 there. They didn't want to show too much.
Because, I mean, based on other aspects of the movie, I definitely expected a little bit more from those scenes, maybe for it to get a little bit, like, almost gory sometimes. Like, that's kind of what I expected. Not that I would like it, but it just felt like it was kind of natural with the progression of the movie. And then it just kind of never came, but
and it overall,
I enjoyed it, though. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy this, because it was Spielberg, Tom Hanks. I mean, overall, I think it was great. Obviously, you said the photography and everything was just, I mean, it was beautiful. But I agree, it was a little bit incomplete, a little bit misrepresented at times, but that's why I'm not Steven Spielberg.
So what rating would you give it?
I want to give it, like, I think I'll say a 7.5.
Okay, I go a little bit below that, 6.
Okay.
Because I was really like...
Because you're German. I'm just kidding.
Not about that, but I mean, I already told you, like most of the time, the script was just not too amazing to go beyond 6 in my opinion. Even though the rest was really good, but when the script sucks, the movie sucks, sorry.
Ooh, Steven Spielberg,
sorry,
he's coming
Coens,
for you.
Sorry, Coens, but I have to say it. All right, so much for our movie review this time. Thanks for watching. We were brought to you by HCC TV and the HCC filmmaking program. Check out our website, hccs.edu. Check out the filmmaking program, enroll in the classes, and also please go to YouTube. You can find the link down here, and subscribe to our channel. Watch the 100 other reviews we already shot, and participate, write comments, post it, share it, link it, and feel free to tell your opinion about it. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.